Yo, what is up NBA fans? It's Mike here. Today, I was going through YouTube, as you do, and I saw Crispy Flakes had a reaction video up, and it was reacting to Sports Illustrated's Top 100 Players of 2021. And I was like, well, before I watch that video, I may as well do a reaction video myself. So here we are. I'm going to be reacting to this. I'm going to try my best to not make this video like 30 minutes long, so fingers crossed, I'm going to try to not go into a big, in-depth reaction to every single point. Let's get right into it, alright? Right away, just getting right into it. That's a pretty cool picture. DeJounte Murray at 100. I don't know why I just did that. Pretty good start, I guess. I don't know. I don't have a strong opinion. The slower part of the list, I mean, there are going to be some big ones. Hopefully there's no DeMar DeRozan at 82 incident in this one. But, DeJounte Murray, sure. Robinson, Barton, Valanciunas, Beverly. Nice to see Beverly down here and not in the top 50 for no reason. Barnes, okay. Bulls fans are probably going to hate this, but realistically, Otto Porter Jr. is sometimes a pretty good player, even if not normally. Might be too low for Davis Bertans, sorry. But, you know, not a big deal. Warren, this might be kind of low for TJ Warren. I mean, the dude was just ridiculous in the bubble, but the thing with this is, I do understand this logic because it was just one game, or, no, that's not true, it wasn't just one game, it was just, like a very small sample size, so I'm okay with TJ Warren being in the 90s, even if he should probably be higher. Lou Williams, okay, this is a little low for Serge Ibaka, but I need to see more of the list before I really complain about it. Spencer Dinwiddie, that seems low for Spencer Dinwiddie. Spencer Dinwiddie's a good player. I feel like he shouldn't be this low. Like Paul Millsap next season, I do not think he's going to be better than Spencer Dinwiddie. I just don't. Like Joe Harris. You're going to take Joe Harris over Spencer Dinwiddie? I mean, maybe depending on the team if you need shooting. Like as a Sixers fan, I'd rather have Joe Harris. But like talent-wise, can't say he's better than Dinwiddie. Marc Gasol is too high. Marc Gasol, I feel like the number's fine, but Marc Gasol is not better than Serge Ibaka. Like, I feel like that shouldn't be much of a contest. Like, I really think Marc Gasol's clearly the better player than Serge Ibaka at this point in his career. Like, he's just old. He's 35, going on 36. He's just a much older player. I feel like he can't defend the perimeter as well as Ibaka. And, I mean, that's really the main deal. Very, very solid player. This is too low for Buddy Hield. Not going to go all the way into Ibaka and Gasol. Definitely think Ibaka should be higher than Gasol, though. Buddy Hield is still too low. ESPN had him at, like, the exact same number. This is too low for Buddy Hield. You really think there's 83 players in the league better than Buddy Hield? Come on, guys. No. Buddy Hield's a pretty solid player. Goran Dragic, too. A little too low. Like, you're going to take Ricky Rubio over Goran Dragic or Buddy Hield? No. Not at all. Eric Gordon. It's fine. Harrell. Grant. This seems kind of low for Grant. Like, I got Joe Ingles above him. You're going to put Joe Ingles? Come on, you can't tell me. Nobody in their right mind is taking Joe Ingles for Jeremy Grant. I promise you, if you ask any Jazz fan, they would take Jeremy Grant over Joe Ingles in a heartbeat. Not that Joe Ingles is terrible. I'm fine with him being on the list, but, like, this is too high. Dude had a bad year last year, and he's, like, 34. Gary Harris over Jeremy Grant? I mean, I don't know a lot about him, but that just seems wrong. This is a good place for Bogdan, I think, even though I might take Hield over him still. Why? Why? Trickiest players to place in an exercise like this. Explosiveness, never much defense, that's true. He's not an elite jump shooter or play finisher. He's a pretty dang good shooter, though. I strongly disagree with this. This is way... Come on, 75 for Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine's clearly a top 50 player, dude. Like, maybe low top 50. There's no way Zach LaVine is the 75th best player in this league. He is definitely better than that. Ayton, Anunoby, whatever. Ayton should probably be a little higher, but one's not big. I love the JJ Redick respect. I love him being this high. But, like, come on, JJ Redick over Zach LaVine? None of these guys are better than Zach LaVine. Marcus Smart, I'm happy to see, excuse me, I'm happy to see him this low. Like ESPN put him in like the 30s for some reason. The dude's definitely not that good. This is a pretty good place for Marcus Smart, though. He is a good player, even if I absolutely fucking hate watching him play as a Sixers fan. Covington, okay. This is a good spot for Al Horford. I agree with this. I do not agree with Jaren Jackson Jr. being this low. This is a good spot for Al Horford. He is going to be a top 100 player next season on the Thunder, I really believe. This is too low. I think Jaren Jackson Jr. is right on the fringe of being a top 50 player in the NBA right now. Very good, very underrated player in my opinion. Like 39% on 6.5 attempts from the three-point line. Very underrated player. This is too low for Shai. Shai's going to be competing to be an all-star this year. I don't know if he's going to be an all-star, but he's going to be competing to be an all-star, okay? Very good player. Definitely shouldn't. This is the first player I've seen since Zach LaVine who I would say maybe actually is but going to be better than Zach LaVine. Alright? This is the first player who I think might be better than Zach LaVine. I don't know if I'd say he is. First player who might. Karis LeVert. Alright, pretty solid spot. I don't want to read the rest of your shit. Bruh. You got Aaron Gordon at 61 over Zach LaVine. And, I mean, Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine, Buddy Hield, who was I literally just talking about? Shai Gilgeous, Karis LeVert. You can't tell me, okay, Jaren Jackson Jr., like, you can't tell me any of these guys are not better than Aaron frickin' Gordon. Come on. Now, I'm not trying to just hate on Aaron Gordon here, but come on, man. You cannot put Aaron Gordon this high. Miles Turner, pretty decent place. Collins, it's a good spot, maybe a tiny bit too low. Drummond, I respect him being here. I'm pretty much fine with Drummond being here. He is still a pretty good player. Maybe too high for Van Fleet, but pretty solid. I like the bogey respect, okay? This man's hella underrated. Definitely better than the other Bogdan. Alright? Very, very good player. Might even have him higher. Sabonis at 55. They know he just made an all-star team, yes? That doesn't make any sense to me. This is too low for Domantas Sabonis, and he's better than Malcolm Brogdon, so disagree with that. Hayward at 53, I'm fine with. Harris at 52 hurts me as a Sixers fan. This man's making $180 million a year, but honestly, this is a pretty good spot for him. I might put him a little bit higher because of bias, but we need to see it. Like, if he comes back under Doc Rivers and plays like he did on the Clippers, he will be better than this, but if he doesn't, this is a good spot. John Wall, okay. Mike Conley. Mike Conley is not going to be better than John Wall, I don't think. Although he had a weird year last year. Like, I think he's going to be better this year than he was last year. Gallo, I'm pretty happy with that. Steven Adams is too high on here. Look, I like Steven Adams a lot. The dude is a fantastic role-playing center. He sets great screens. He plays, solid defense. He's just got a real solid role-playing center game. But, like, Steven Adams over Zach LaVine or Jaren Jackson Jr., Shai, like, I don't agree with that one. That's too high for Steven Adams. Kevin Love, who the hell? Nobody knows what Kevin Love's going to be like because he's always injured, okay? He's always injured. So maybe he'd be this good, maybe he won't. Still not worth the contract. This is a good place for D'Lo. I agree with this, okay? But I think Zach LaVine should be around here. I think D'Lo and Zach LaVine are on almost the same level in my personal opinion. So, shit, I just said it wrong again. My personal opinion. D'Lo should not be 30 places ahead of Zach LaVine. That's dumb. Blake Griffin, I don't know. Who knows if he's going to be healthy? Maybe he can be this good. Maybe he can be better than this if he's actually healthy. He was great in 2018, but oh well. Nurkic for the Blazers. Yeah, fine with this. Vucevic, fine with. Oladipo, fine with. Morant at 41, pretty solid. Porzingis at 40, who knows if he stays healthy. I'd probably take Morant over Porzingis personally, but, like, they're close. DeMar DeRozan's a little too high. DeMar DeRozan's not better than John Morant. This feels like overcompensation because everyone was upset about him being 82, which was way too low. But DeMar DeRozan is not better than John Morant. He's just not. Jaylen Brown at 38. Okay. De'Aaron Fox 37. Jaylen Brown's weird. He could be higher, could be a little lower. So I'm fine with Jaylen Brown is. Brandon Ingram, fine with that. This is too high for McCollum. I'm never gonna understand why people put CJ McCollum in the tier of like a fringe all-star. The dude's just not this good. Okay, like CJ McCollum over Jaylen Brown or De'Aaron Fox. No, thank you. I don't think he's that good. I think Dame makes him look a little better. I feel like they give him credit just because he's on the Blazers. He's not quite this good. I would say he's fringe top 50. Like, he should be down there with D'Lo and, like, Zach LaVine. I don't think Draymond's going to be this good, but if you do, I could understand it. It was a little high for LaMarcus Aldridge. He was hella underrated in the ESPN list, but he's not this low either. Or, I'm sorry, he's not this high either. He's going to be, like, contract year age 35. Like, he's just not quite that good anymore. I'd say he's, like, fringe top 50. This is a little low for Zion, but I already made a video talking about him. A little high for Kemba. I could honestly see him and Brown competing for who's the second best player on that team this year, especially since Kemba's going to miss the start. Siakam, alright. We have not seen Westbrook yet, which I don't like, because Trae Young is definitely better than Russell Westbrook in my opinion. Kyle Lowry probably is too, but he's a little older, so I forgive putting him below him. Chris Middleton. Again, Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday's maybe a little too high. Like, Drew Holiday's not going to be better than Chris Middleton, guys. I know Chris Middleton was overrated like a year ago. Now he's underrated. This dude's definitely better than Drew Holiday. He's definitely better than Russell Westbrook. 25. Look, I don't hate this. Maybe I'll make a video one day just kind of like explaining why, like in depth why I don't like Russell Westbrook, because I really don't like him, and I'm sure there's some bias with me thinking he shouldn't be this high. But, man, I don't think Russell Westbrook should be this high. I would not take him over Middleton. I would not take him over Trae Young. That is for sure. I would not take him over Pascal Siakam either. Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray. Alright. This is too low. This is too low for Ben Simmons, 21. I get it, the shooting, but this is too low for Ben Simmons. Bam at 20. See, you can't put Ben Simmons at 21 for shooting and then put Bam Adebayo at 20 when he doesn't shoot either. Bam Adebayo also can't shoot. The difference is Ben Simmons is a way better playmaker and a much better ball handler than Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo is slightly better at rim protection, but they're about the same at defense overall. I would say Ben is even slightly better because of versatility, and he's a slightly better rebounder. Like, you can't put Ben Simmons at 21 and then put Bam over him. Neither of them shoot, and Ben Simmons is better at more other things. That doesn't make any sense. No. I like Bam Adebayo a lot. He's not better than Ben Simmons. Kyrie, this is fine. You can make an argument for him being higher. Cat, fine. Tatum, this is low for Tatum. This surprises me. This is a little too low for Jason Tatum. I think he's going to be better than 17th best player. We haven't seen Paul George yet, so I'm assuming he's higher. In my opinion, Jason Tatum, clearly better than Paul George. Alright, Rudy Gobert, 16. Too high. You put Rudy Gobert over Kat and Jason Tatum. What are you doing? No. Absolutely not. Bradley Beal, again, over Jason Tatum? No. They're like very similar levels on offense, even if Beal is a little bit better on offense. Jason Tatum's so much better on defense. No way. Ben Simmons is better than him too. Bradley Beal shouldn't be this high. Complete all-star snub, should not be in the top 20. Sorry. Chris Paul, I don't think he's going to be this high because he's old, although he was deserving of this high last year. Paul George is getting too much hate. Rusty Buckets made a pretty good video on Paul George recently. He's getting too much hate now, but he's not better than Jason Tatum. He's definitely not better than Jason Tatum. Dame, I'm fine with at 12. I agree with that, although most people probably won't. Butler at 11. Embiid at 10, I don't like, but I'm glad he's in the top 20. Actually, I'm fine with it, because he had a down year last year. As a Sixers fan, he should be higher. I'm fine with him being this low, though. Luka at 9. I'm okay with Luka at 9. Actually, that's kind of low on Luka. Luka at 9? Really? That's kind of low. I think he's going to be better than that. Jokic at 8. AD at 7. Thank you. Thank you for not putting this man in the top 2. Oh my goodness. It drives me insane to see Anthony Davis in the top 2, okay? Jacob, I'm sure you're gonna put something in the comments about how AD is a top 2 player. No, he is not. He's not better than Giannis. He's not better than Curry. He's not better than any of the guys ahead of him. Personally, I don't think he's better than Luka or Embiid or Jokic either, but I don't expect a list to have that. Thank goodness he is at number 7. I completely approve. Thank you so much, Sports Illustrated. This is a 10 out of 10 list now. It's 9 out of 10 because Zach LaVine is still way too low. Kevin Durant at 6. I disagree, but that's fine to have him there. I just don't think he's going to be quite that good. Curry at 5. James Harden at 4. Curry should be above James Harden. I really don't, like, unless you're saying the injury thing, which case I don't think is going to affect Curry. I mean, anybody who watched the game last night, the man had 29 points and was just fire. Okay, Curry's going to be better than James Harden this year, like he always has been. Kawhi at 3. Giannis at 2. LeBron James at number 1. I'm pretty happy with this list, actually, guys. I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with it. It's not perfect. Zach LaVine is a huge issue. If you remove the Zach LaVine issue, though, okay, this list is like a solid, like, I don't know, 8 out of 10, maybe? Like, you gotta go, you know, you gotta think of the list like that. It is opinionated. Everything's not gonna be perfect. I'd say this is a solid, like, 7.5 out of 10, because that Zach LaVine placement alone brings it down a full half point. I might even say 7 out of 10, because that's a really, really bad placement for Zach LaVine. Rest of this list, though, it's pretty solid. No, screw you, Ed. It's really pretty solid. I love AD not being in the top 2. Embiid's in the top 10. Simmons is too low. That's pretty bad, too. Like 7.5, 7 to 7.5 out of 10, I would say. Pretty solid list. Miles better than ESPN's list, which was I don't know, there's no number for it. It was a straight fart, okay? That list was garbage. Horrible list. This list is pretty good, and I read a CBS list recently that was also pretty good. Didn't do a reaction video to that one, but that was pretty solid too. You can check that one out. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction video. You know, I like making these. I like reacting to stuff, so I hope you enjoyed. You know, like the video if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you.